Yep, y'all see it. The Maschine MK3. Shout out to Native Instruments for sending it over. Let's talk about it.
Bolo!
So the good people over at Native Instruments sent over this Maschine MK3 to me. They say they didn't have any of the Maschine Pluses, so yeah, this is all they could send me. But I'm very grateful for them sending this over to me, and I wanted to kind of compare this with my MPCs, and I really can't do a comparison in standalone mode since this is not standalone, but I do want to do a comparison with the MPC software. So with that being said, since this is not the standalone version, I will not be talking about any external MIDI stuff as of right now. But if Native Instruments, if you do want to send me that Maschine Plus, that will be really nice. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about some things that I like about this unit. Now, I'm not going to do like a full comparison and all that stuff like that because I've only had it for like a little over a week and a half. And I'm just going to go by just the stuff that I really like, just a few things that I really like. And I'm going to discover more things, but just as a initial presentation of what this thing has to offer, I'm just going to give you my things that I like about it. All right, number one, the overall size of this thing. It is not huge at all. It's not clunky like the MPCs, and I can easily travel with this and put it in my travel bag. And for all you people out there who are going to say something about the MPC Studio 2, you know, the newest one that just came out, don't even mention it. You already know how I feel about that one. Don't even bring that up. But yeah, this thing is a nice size. I thought it was going to be bigger, but this is actually a very nice size for this unit. Everything is compact on here. I love like how all the knobs and the dials look on there. It is really, really, really dope how they just squeezed everything in such a small area. I'm kind of rocking with it. So number two, it is very easy to go ahead and pick sounds and assign your own samples to pads. Very easy to do this. I like how the program is set up, and I think it just makes the workflow just a little bit faster. If you're looking for sounds, you can favorite your sounds, you can do what you need to do, and bam, it is right there. Now, compared to the MPC, it's pretty much about the same. With the MPC, you can just swing it into the pads, or you can just go and pick your VSTs or whatever. But this, everything is like right there where it needs to be at. It's right in front of your face. You can just pick sounds, you can pick your plugins, everything is right there. I think that's pretty cool. Number three, this is something that I really like. No need for key groups. When you pick your sounds and you may add it to whatever group A, bank A, whatever the group, whatever it's called, the groups or the banks, whenever you add that in there, that sound is automatically able to play across all the keys on the keyboard. No need for key groups like all the MPC products. Now, some people are going to say, well, with the key groups on the MPC, you can create your own sounds and everything. You can do the same thing on here too. But this right here takes that extra step out the way. And I don't even know why MPC even has key groups. Right now, it's 2022. Like, I don't see why you would need key groups now. I don't see it. I love the fact that you just swing in the sound. It's ready to go. You just go ahead and change your poly on the sounds. And if you want to, have it cut off, or if you want to let it just, play with multiple notes, you can do that. I love that you can just swing stuff in there and it does that automatically. I like that. All right, number four, the sampler is actually pretty doggone good. It's good. I was kind of shocked. Very easy to use. When you pretty much load in the sounds and everything, is just one button, go to the sampler, do your thing, chop up, do all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's actually pretty cool. Now the MPC sampler is really good too. But this one is actually very cool. I actually kind of like it a lot. Very easy to learn. It didn't take me but a few minutes to kind of figure out the sampler. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Number five, the audio module, not bad. You can just take a loop or take a sound and just put it on in there, and it detects the tempo and all that good stuff. You don't have to do nothing. It just does it. I like that. Makes the workflow a lot better and a lot easier. And it's very easy to switch back and forth with the sampler depending on what type of sample or loop you have. So if you like the loop, you can just leave it, or you can put it in the sampler, chop it up or whatever, and it's just like a button away. Easy. Super easy. That's what it's all about now. It's 2022. It's supposed to be easier. Number six, And this is my favorite, the arranger. I love how you can arrange your beats on here and it looks just like all of the other major programs, how you can just arrange your clips. Now, I know they have scenes on here, which I really wasn't a scene guy like that. But since I've been using this, the scenes are not that bad. I get it now. But you can actually switch it over into clips and you can arrange your clips just like every other major DAW that is out right now. I did find a workaround on the MPC software, but they need something more dedicated to where you can just take your clips, your playlist clips or whatever, and be able to just arrange the beat out. How hard is that to do? Native Instruments, the Maschine has it, and it's very easy to do, so I can get done with my beats a lot faster and move on. I love the arranger on here, and I think that Akai should do something like that, but if they don't, it's all good. They still want to do the sequences and things like that. That's cool. I just wish they had an arranger. And the good thing about it is on the Maschine Plus, they have the arranger on there. So even in standalone, you can do it. Who doesn't like that? Number 7, I love the built-in effects on here. The effects sound really good and I actually use them. A lot of times when I get these programs, they have the effects, it looks kind of weird or they try to overdo it. These effects are very simple, very easy to use, and all I can say is they did a very good job with the effects. Number 8, of course, I love the sounds that come with the Maschine. Even just the regular sounds that come with it, even if you don't have like all the big kits and everything like that, the sounds are great. They sound really good, seamless with the program. I love how it sounds. And then if you go ahead and get like the complete and all that stuff like that, I don't know what else you would pretty much need. You know what I'm saying? You might need some other stuff, maybe maybe Omnisphere or maybe like some Korg stuff or, maybe some Arteria stuff. But other than that, they got everything if you get like the complete bundle. All right. Number 9, I love how Native Instruments, keyboards, and the Maschine, I love how they all connect together. Love it. They work seamlessly, no problems. I have the M32 keyboard. If y'all want to go ahead and send me the big boy, come on Native Instruments, y'all can go ahead and send me that. I'll do a review on it. Their keyboards and everything work seamlessly with their products. No issues. I've always had issues with the Akai keyboards and the MPC software. Always have, never could really figure out. With this, I just hooked up my keyboard, I could scroll through my sounds, do everything I need to do with it. No problems. Everything is all good. So those were the big things that I liked, just me, the one me out of 9 billion people in this whole world. That's the things that I really like about this. But there are some things that, some things I don't like. So let's talk about that. Number 1, the pads. The pads are a little bit on the sensitive side. Even though you can adjust them and everything, they are just a little bit sensitive and they do feel a little tight. They just don't have that MPC feel, but I think since I've been using the MPC for so long, I'm used to the pads from the various MPCs and they're pretty much kind of consistent. But I think over time, I'll get used to it. But we got to see if this is going to be something that I keep. The second thing that I do not like is that it has a little crash problem and it freezes a bit. When I'm using my MPC software, I don't really have problems like that. Like I've left my stuff on for days and didn't have any issues. But I've had it for a week and I've had about 2 crashes and about 3 freezes. Don't really know about that. And I'm actually using my 13-inch M1 Mac that has the max everything in it. I have the max chip in it. Everything is fully maxed out. I shouldn't be having this issue, but I am having it, and hopefully this is something that they can probably fix later on down the line. That'd be good. The third thing that, I'm kind of being picky about this, but I wish it had a port for you to plug your keyboards in through a USB on the back of the MK3. Kind of like, on the MPC Live 2, the MPC 1, the Touch, the X. I wish this is something you can just go ahead and plug directly into the box rather than having to plug it into the computer. I think that would have been really cool. That way we won't have to be finding like different dongles or whatever. We can just plug one thing in and then just take it and put it into the computer from there. But that's just like a personal thing, Maybe I might be being a little picky, but I think that that kind of, be kind of cool. But I know they have it on the Plus because it's a standalone unit, but it would be good to have it on here. It's like the same size, you know what I'm saying? You could just put that on here too. All right, now the fourth thing I don't like, no touchscreen. No touchscreen. Every time I use this thing and I try to do something quick, I go to touching it because I'm so used to the MP to where I can just touch it and just do what I got to do. Now, a lot of you guys are like, well, you know, even on the Akai Studio, yeah, I get it, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. This thing definitely has enough room on the screens to make this a touchscreen. I think that's something that they should implement maybe on the next set of, you know, the machines that they come out with. I think that'll be seriously dope if they do that. And yeah, it was kind of weird, like always having to press buttons and move dials. I think you should be able to have a touch screen. You know, it's 2022. Everything is touch screen, right? Even, you know, y'all Android phone users, y'all phone's a touch screen. It's just weird when you guys text and the green thing pops up. It's like, okay, whatever. All right. The fifth thing that I do not like about the machine so far, and that is the sound of it. It don't hit like the MP does. And maybe because my ears and everything is trained to how the MP sounds. It's clean. It's clean, but it does not hit like the MP hits. Even in the software, it doesn't hit. Like that MP just has that gritty sound to it. It's just something about it, man. Now I know they have some settings in here to where you can add some stuff in here to try to make it sound a certain way or whatever, but it still just doesn't have that feel. Maybe with me working with it a little bit more and kind of just figuring out a few more things, maybe I can, you know, get it sounding the way I want it to sound. But I haven't had a beat yet that just sounded the way, like that big sound that those MPs sound like. So yeah, I may be being a little picky with that too, but sound is a big thing for me. All right, so the answer that all of you guys have been waiting for. Am I switching over? Am I switching up on Akai? And the answer is right now, as of May 2022, nah, not right now. But I am going to be using this thing a lot because it has a lot of great features. And to me personally, I can move a little bit faster on it, and I've only been using it for a week. Now there's a few things I got to get used to, like pressing shift and record and shift and tap and the undo, and the layout is a little bit different. But you know, with the pads and everything, it gives me an MP feel because that's, you know, basically that's what the MP is with the pads. That's what you think about when you think of anything that has the pads, is the MP. But this thing really, even without it having the touchscreen function and all that, it is all good. The workflow is very good in here. It's very good. Maybe over time I might switch, but I'm going to be doing double duty with this and all my Akai products. But this is going to be sitting up here for at least another couple of weeks. But if Akai doesn't get their act together, I don't know. I might be switching over to the dark side. So yeah, that's some of the things I like and some things I don't like. And, you know, hey, I got it. I tried it out. I actually like it. So if you guys have a machine, let me know what you think about it. If you have an MP and a machine, I want you guys to let me know in the comments and let me know what you think about both products and tell me your pros and your cons. But for right now, it's dope to me. I actually kind of like it. So I hope this video was informative. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I always say, peace out.